Hey guys, so you might have seen my previous video where I basically was just out and about using the GoPro, doing loads of tests and like footage, audio, stabilisation, that kind of thing. So this video is basically a review based on me using the GoPro Hero 10 and just stuff that I've noticed. Some of the stuff that's really good, some of the stuff that's not so good. So yeah, it's just a quick review video for you guys. Video quality is pretty good with the GoPro, pretty much what you would expect. The only thing that I found a little bit strange, or just a little bit annoying, not strange, was the fact that when I was shooting in auto exposure, because I don't have any ND filters yet, so I'm just shooting in auto exposure. So yeah, shooting in auto exposure with the natural colour profile or vivid colour profile, the highlights just tend to get quite blown out and the footage just looks a little bit overexposed. So I'm currently shooting in the flat colour profile at the moment to see if that helps. I'm hoping it does, because I can kind of pull back some of the highlights if I need to, but there should be a bit more dynamic range in there as well. But yeah, shooting in auto with natural or vibrant does seem to overexpose the footage. So maybe, yeah, just try shooting in manual if you have the time, if you can be bothered to do that. I will say though that the natural colour profile is a nice addition if you don't have time to shoot in the flat colour profile and colour correct the footage afterwards, because GoPros tend to have a, I guess, reputation for being oversaturated, and you know, sometimes that looks okay, sometimes it looks good, but most of the time it's just a little bit too much. So having the natural colour profile is actually really nice because it just looks more natural. So check that out if you just don't want that oversaturated look. So it would be quite nice to shoot more with manual exposure settings, so I do want to get my hands on some ND filters. I just haven't found the right ones yet. I know Sandmark do some variable ND filters, and Niwa, I think you pronounce it Niwa or Niwa, they also do a pack of individual ND filters, so I might get those and try them out just so that I can just play around with the 180-degree shutter rule. But at the moment I'm actually shooting 4K 30, and I think it looks better than when I shot in 4K 24. It just seemed a little bit mushy shooting in 24 FPS. So I'm still kind of playing around with the different video settings to find out what's going to be the best kind of video settings. So more on that in another video when I've done a few more tests. So one of the things I will say is that I was quite impressed with the inbuilt microphone for the GoPro, because it sounds really decent. I'm not using it at the moment because it's really windy and I didn't want there to be loads of wind noise whilst I was doing this review, so I've actually got the media mod attached, which, whilst I'm on the subject, I might as well talk about it. So I got the media mod because I thought it'd be good to try it out for vlogging, try the Hero 10 out for vlogging, and I just wanted to have the external mic and also just have the ability to potentially use a light if I needed to. But so I tried out the microphone for the media mod and it just sounds pretty rubbish. I'm so disappointed with it. Audio from the GoPro, and now I'm going to put the media mod on. So this is the audio now using the media mod, and this is what it sounds like. But the upside is that you can attach an external microphone, which is what I'm using at the moment. So I'm using the Sennheiser MKE 200. So that's the audio that you're hearing at the moment. It's coming from that microphone. So in another video, I'll basically talk about the other different microphones that you could use with the Hero 10, but so far I've used this Sennheiser MK200 and also used the Rode Video Micro. Yeah, the Rode Video Micro, and both of those sound really good. So I will do more of a review on the audio in terms of the different microphones, but yeah. So one of the things that I have also noticed with audio is that when you're using the inbuilt camera microphone, I don't think this didn't happen with the Media Mod. So when you're just using the microphones on the GoPro, there's a slight delay, like an audio level delay, so your voice is really quiet before it actually picks up the levels properly. So what you don't want to do is press record and start talking straight away. So just give it like a couple of seconds before you start talking, just so that it's kind of picked up the audio, because it is really quiet when it starts off. The sun's just come out, so it'd be interesting to see what the footage looks like with the sun going in and out. I'm shooting in the flat profile, not in auto, so should be able to have a bit more control over my highlights. But I just wanted to talk about the stabilisation and the hyper smooth stabilisation and the horizon leveling, which I just think are both really, really good. When you've got the stabilisation set to high, it works really well. If you set it to boost, it can create a bit of a jello effect, which is a little bit strange, but I think high is sufficient enough. I guess it depends on what you're doing, like the activities that you're doing, but if you're just walking or just like running or something that's not going to be too jittery, I guess, then the high setting works pretty well. And horizon leveling is just awesome. It's still really weird watching my arm moving and then just not seeing the horizon moving at all, but that's really cool. So that's a really good feature that I really like about the Hero 10. So with the Hero 10, I wasn't expecting miracles with low light, so I'm just going to walk into some shady areas at the moment just so that you can see what it's like in low light. But when I did some tests, obviously the footage didn't look great. It was really grainy and smushy and whatnot. So one of the good things about the Media Mod is the fact that you can just put a light on top or on the side or whatever. So if you were vlogging in like low light situations, or it was the night time and it was dark, then you could just attach an external video light to the Media Mod, and that will just give you better video quality. And so yeah, as expected, the low light capabilities aren't great with the GoPro. I'm just standing in a bush, probably look really weird at the moment, but this is what it is like, completely in a shaded part of the park under some trees. I'll just do a bit of a circle. Yeah, so yeah, just don't expect anything amazing in low light, because yeah, you're not going to get it. So I haven't yet had any of the overheating issues that a lot of people seem to be getting with the Hero 10. I've been shooting 4K 60 and I shot for about an hour and it seemed fine. I will do some more tests where I push it a little bit further, shooting in 5K, shooting for longer, that kind of thing. But so far I haven't had any overheating issues. I've been outside, it's not really hot outside, it's quite mild, so that's also a factor, I guess. But yeah, I'll do a few more tests on that and see if I can reproduce the issues and things that can combat it. I guess things like just pulling out the little bits at the bottom where you attach the GoPro to like a tripod or a stick or something will help, just to get a bit more airflow. And I guess just changing your settings is always going to be one of those things as well that just helps with the overheating issues. One of the things I have noticed is that when you switch between different video modes, like shooting in 4K 24 or 4K 30, the battery life changes. So if you take it up to 4K 60, then you're going to have less battery, it's going to show less battery, and then if you put it back into 4K 30, then it'll show you have double the battery essentially. So yeah, it's just about playing around with the different settings and just seeing what you get. So from doing all my tests and like testing out the Hero 10 with the footage and the audio and all that kind of stuff, I really do like it, and I think it's going to be a really nice addition to just add to my camera kit. I mainly got it for, I guess, testing for vlogging purposes, because I don't do a lot of action stuff, but you know, when I go on holiday it will be great to have it to do those kind of shots. But in terms of like everyday use, I kind of got it as more of a behind the scenes FPV camera, so that I could just have a different perspective and just try and get more behind the scenes footage, because it's something that I really want to do that I don't necessarily have time to do all the time. So if I just strap it to my head or my chest or something, or just put it in my mouth, then yeah, I can kind of use it like that. And the other thing that I also want to do is a comparison between this and the DJI Pocket 2, because there are quite a few people who do want to have a vlogging kit but can't necessarily afford to have a Hero 10 and a Pocket 2. So just seeing what the best situations are for each camera is going to be really good, and just seeing if, you know, if you want something that's going to be more rugged, then the GoPro Hero 10 is going to be your best bet. But if you're not really bothered about something that's going to be waterproof and whatnot, then the Pocket 2 would be your best bet. But the reason that I got the Hero 10 was, of course, for the BTS stuff, but also if I did want to come out vlogging, the DJI Pocket 2 isn't waterproof. So being able to come out with the Hero 10 is a really good bonus to have. So yeah, so what do you think? Do you think you'll be getting a Hero 10? Have you already got one? Let me know in the comments below, and drop a like if you do want to see a comparison between this and the DJI Pocket 2, and also let me know in the comments below. But yeah, thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you on the next one.